Hello, everyone. It's so good to see you again. Welcome to the Advancement Center, the world of magic and miracles, and the newest, fastest growing industry of magic and miracles. The weather here in Santa Barbara just turned beautiful, and I am feeling each one of you transmitting back to us right now. It's true. Every moment is ushering in newness in our lives, on our planet, and in the skies above us. I have been receiving reports from many different sectors with news, and it is all good. And now I have a surprise for you. I found this morning, and Robert wrote this June 24th, 2016. And it says, as you move ahead, the day is full of excitement once again, and there is nothing that stands out as an obvious reason for your special feelings. Know that we are all extremely close to your planet and are maintaining the field that you emit as a representation of your origin. The language is clear, and our interaction is currently being recorded as one of the first successful interactions without interference. The excitement is the communication and the connection with your brothers and sisters of the universe. Let everyone know of this success and allow each person to observe the special nature of their own being. This is done easily by using the clarity of your transmission and the extension of your field to connect to everyone and demonstrate the feeling of success that we bring to you. There is much to celebrate on all levels, and we join with you in your continued celebration at the banquet table of the progress in your world. Allow yourself to vibrate with the calmness of your origin and see that there will be many more developments that have not even been considered. You will feel every movement in a different manner to what could be considered normal, and the flow of energies will continue to be refined so that it is easier for you to recognize the special characteristics of your own being. You can now know beyond a doubt that the safety of your world and everything in it is our concern, and you do not have to do anything except follow your spirit and ensure that the world of magic and miracles is alive and prominent in your life. Every second is important, and every moment is new. Disturb every moment and see what it brings. The gifts are unlimited, and as you might say, out of this world. That was a most important announcement. Now, thank you for joining me today and allowing me to share with you what it is that I came here to do. Life is a banquet, and thank you for accepting my invitation. The table is endless, and there is ample room for everyone. The Advancement Center is hosting this continuous celebration, and big visions are about to be coming into focus. And with that, I am picking up what Robert wrote this past March 8th. At present, there is an abnormal opening where the past seems to show itself regularly, and that is the very time when we are all better off looking ahead and seeing further than ever before. It is, in fact, a warp in time where all things are available at once, including the future. Because of this, you are presenting yourself once again in the flow where all your data is available for collection and transformation into words. The future holds many mysteries to the logical mind, but the future is obvious to you as you venture forward and allow the impossible to flow through you and in you as an active element of your being. On this occasion, we are simply floating around in the turmoil of universal movement, looking at what comes our way without any concern for sequence or meaning. The past can come and go in the same manner, but it has no position in our life or meaning for the future. What appears is a feeling that brings in pictures and events that are beyond our vision and therefore beyond our consideration. The most advanced part of our being actually processes the pictures and feelings into events and circumstances that we have never considered before. This is the perfect time to change everything in your life by simply following your spirit and having no opinion about anything. Many events have already come together to prove that you are able to live your future by following your spirit. Right now is the time to go overboard and have it all, simply by letting in the future, including all the impossibilities that you have rejected along the way. Combine the unknown with the known and allow them to mix in that special way to bring perfect balance and extreme momentum to the formation of a new reality for your life and its environment. Never exclude anything from the unknown and never follow anything that is based on history. In this way, you will be dependent on miracles and you will see the magic come to life simply because it is the precise tool you use for handling the unknown. What an introduction to a banquet. David's broadcast on Friday continues to be the ultimate invitation to us all to remember, remember. Very soon you'll remember all that you are. David's love and calm delivery was thrilling this past Friday. And when he sang a little message, I immediately heard it as a melody for the world. David is singing in the new world of the future. Mickey and I both went to our keyboards and found the notes he sang and replicated this lullaby for the world. It was then that it was decided that the Advancement Center would encourage everyone already at our banquet table of celebration and who received a recording of Friday's broadcast should share these recordings far and wide across the globe or next door with an old friend or brand new ones in your life. The message must become widespread so that everyone can be given the opportunity to recognize his own identity, ability, and memory of the essence of himself. My thought went to the Facebook posting of 1 million children meditating in Thailand. What an impressive sight. But my heart longed to hear those beautiful young voices singing out instead of going in. It reminded me of Maya Angelou's book title, Let the Caged Bird Sing. Just this morning, tears welled up as I watched a video on Facebook of a condor caged for many years in a zoo and just freed. He stands at a cliff for a very long time, trying out his wings until he is ready and he takes flight. The crowd is thrilled and feels his freedom as their own, and they applaud. It was amazing, and it's on my timeline. Yeah. Freedom, communication, creativity, trust, and truth for us all. Many of you know that I have crocheted afghans for everyone in my immediate family, and this has expanded to become a larger embrace of our Advancement Center family, situated in many parts of the world. My latest was a very soft crocheted cover for David's brand new grandson, Isaiah, who was just born. David's daughter, his mom, sent me a thank you note and included a photo of the cover, which can be my logo because it states my greatest wish, and that is to comfort and warm everyone. And here it is. We really enlarged it. The stitches aren't that big. But I loved it, and I enjoyed Valerie's text. Now to switch a bit. I see a hair hanging out here. There is sometimes an obstacle in our road, and that is just as harsh as a doctor's diagnosis. And that is our mind's diagnosis. Our wonderful personal supercomputer, when allowed to be in balance and recognized, is our resilience that allows instantaneous wholeness, which leads me right up to working with our personal supercomputer. Here it is. When we talk about awareness, there is an extremely broad definition required. Awareness covers everything from keeping your eyes open to being aware of what is correct, incorrect, or false. It encapsulates being aware of what is possible and what is not possible, to the extent that it is able to change what you see and make the impossible possible, even when you have no real access to anything that could make this happen. Awareness also means that you allow yourself to see from another part of your chemistry at a moment's notice. The very fabric of life is in the hands of each person's personal supercomputer. All things can and will be changed as you step forward and observe with the knowing that there is no limit to what can happen to you and what can happen around you, be it local, at a great distance, or in another realm. Now, contrary to most beliefs, there is no need to learn anything to gain access to your personal supercomputer, and there is no need to unlearn anything to see it operate in your life. Belief and learning go hand in hand to keep you busy enough to neglect the observation that is needed to direct your personal supercomputer to be the keeper of your well-being. In its process of taking snapshots of things that need to be handled outside of your conscious living process, your PSC does access. What is that? 1 second. I want to make sure. Conscious living process, your PSC does access in our everyday life and start to practice until the reality becomes a part of our life. There will be a small set of exercises to satisfy the needs of those who feel they need to learn, but there is no need to do anything since you are aware of what the exercises are about. We've just come to chapter 4. The main part of our exercise is the introduction of this powerful attribute to your conscious mind and the gradual insertion of the subtle needs of the PSC as it goes about directing the universal acceptance of phenomena that are outside the generally accepted actions in the physical world. It is best that we leave the detail for the moment and simply continue in the form of a conversation. This will open a hidden channel that is only available through the action of conversation, and there will be no need for your brain to enter the process under categories that it already has put in place. Your personal supercomputer is active at all times and can deliver many things to you throughout the days that are not so obvious at first inspection. The number of times you walk without running into things that have been moved, or you put things down without looking, or have no need to pay attention to how you drive from one place to another when you are concerned about something else, are not even considered special until you stop and consider as special until you stop and consider what must have gone into the whole exercise. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me. All this can be extended simply by being aware that it is all happening. If you know you have something available, you will find that you start to use it in places that you never thought of before. Every movement has a subtle action that can be registered or forgotten, and it is our intention to have it registered so that there is no need to be conscious of what is being done whenever you instigate a movement. The more you register, the more your personal supercomputer has available to absorb in its high-level instruction language. If you watch the way you move and the way your energy field reacts at special times, you will find that your coordination becomes finer and needs no instruction as you decide to move yourself or the world around you. The subtle movement of your energy field, rather than your arm or your body, will take the load off your body and cause you to have strength that you never had before the personal supercomputer took on the observation and made it into a working model. Your awareness of the field around you will become a real factor in everything you do if you take on the task of being aware and allowing your personal supercomputer to take it up and include it in everything you do. The field around you will become alive and will communicate everything you could possibly imagine about the physical and the non-physical, together with its expected actions and intentions. That says a lot. That's wonderful. That was wonderful. Okay. I guess my own title and my ministry in Swisindo has changed. I am now a part of Swisindo's World Media Office, and my title is Assistant to the Director of the Creative Team. And it is my honor to create the real news to the world. This PSA, or public service announcement, will appear in swisindo.net. But it's last week I read to you about the media release. It's here somewhere. At any rate, that media release is the fact that Swisinto is introducing the first gold-backed cryptocurrency that will be global. That's big news. It's a way of skirting the banks, which is what we've all wanted to do. So this is the public service announcement that I wrote, and I enjoyed doing this. So this is how it goes. Congratulations. You are now in a position to announce to the world that their prayers are being answered. Prayers for heaven on earth, bringing in a new civilization where everyone is prosperous and harmonious. No, you are not dreaming. Please read the media release that is printed right on these pages. It has already been released to the public, and you can select your language. Once you have read this wonderful report and learned how everyone on the planet will be receiving a basic income and having their debts forgiven, you will be impelled to spread the good news to your friends, your family, and your favorite social media. Your message will snowball into telling the world, and you will have the great feeling of having been a part of building the future. Together, we are preparing for the construction of a bright new universe through payment order 1 through 11, which I have described many, many times. And this will usher in a new civilization that is sovereign, just, prosperous, and harmonious. We are the people. Power to the people. So look for it. It's on the internet and it was approved and edited. So that was fun. And these are the people that I've been working with. And of course, you remember the M1 voucher that by now you've printed out and put your picture there. Don't sign it and put your thumbprint on the picture and the paper and keep it, and we'll keep you posted when to take this to the bank. And once again, here's the debt burden relief certificate, and all your debts that you incurred before 2016 will be forgiven because you've already paid them. You know what happens with your birth certificate. Was it $650,000 goes to the stock market in your name? You're up to date. So, let's see, where are we now? Okay. Now I come to my favorite part. Those of you who had the joy of being with David on his broadcast, I know want to hear these again. And this one is called Remember. We've served a lot of courses at this table, haven't we? And I've loved every minute. Remember. Before time existed, you are. Remember? You are a spirit hovering in the vastness of space. Remember? You animate all forms of matter that you choose to inhabit. Remember? You are not the form. You are not the body. You give life to the form, and you give life to the body. Remember, you've created universes and planets. You've sat on councils and thrones. Remember, you are experiencing this one moment in time that is like a grain of sand on all the beaches and all the deserts that have ever been created. Remember, you are majestic, magnificent, and powerful beyond measure. Remember, you've been programmed to forget the brilliance that you are. You've been programmed by those who chose to usurp your magic and use your energy. Remember, but they could not win. They never could, for it was always just a matter of time before you would remember. And as time moved on, there would be one that would remember, then two, then three, and they would begin to remind others until, like the 100th monkey, a tipping point would be reached, so that one who lived on the other side of the world from one who remembered would suddenly, out of nowhere, begin to remember. And just as the snowball rolling down the hill gathers more moss and momentum, gathers more mass and momentum, so does this return to the beauty and the power and the magic of you. Now the avalanche is upon us, and humankind will return to its true nature of harmony, kindness, honesty, and peace. You are the voice of one crying in the wilderness, saying, remember, remember, remember. Here is the poem that David gave us with music. I'm going to just read the words because David's voice must be heard. David's singing must be heard. So here are the words. Email me and I'll send you his song. I love doing this because it's David's song. And the title of it is This is the Sound. It's a sound that we know, yet never heard before. Familiar notes rearranged, bringing in the new that's in store. There's a lightness and a beauty transcends all control that you've obeyed, your sovereignty and power. Remember as each note is played. That is the purpose of this sound. It has always been the key, for the music is the trigger to remove the chains from you and me. The sound was always in us. They thought we would forget. They forgot about the love and power that sits inside our chest. This is the sound of the new world. This is the sound of flags unfurled. To the music, we make the words that we sing. The melody plays. Let freedom ring. The chains are released. They cannot hold in the face of this sound. There can be no control. Just feel the sound. It's taking you home. It's always been you. And you were never alone. This is the sound of the new world. This is the sound all flags unfurl. To the music, we make the words that we sing. The melody plays. Let freedom ring. I keep hearing children learning these words. They don't have to learn them. The words are them. This has been an extraordinary dinner party. And I hope you'll invite everyone who was longing to sit at this table. You are the inviters. Many, many are waiting for your invitation. Mm. Nothing can come after this. All words can wait till next Sunday. So thank you so much for joining me here. And we here at the Advancement Center are delighted to have your presence and to hear from you. So until then, we wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a very magic future. Thank you.